Hey everyone, welcome to my video. This is about my 2012 Diamondback ResponseXE bike. I got it at Dick's Sporting Goods. They're the only ones who offer the XE upgrade, which I think mainly consists of the disc brakes. So here's a little review. It's a extra large frame, 22 inch. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a big tall bike. I'm 6'3" and it fits me really well. It's got 26-inch tires. Disc brakes, they're cable operated disc brakes, front and rear, and they seem to work pretty good. You know, they're not the greatest brakes, but they're good for my purposes. It has a 100mm treble fork, which is a cheap fork. It's a Sun Tour XCT 100mm fork, and it's just a spring and a greasy spring inside. So I was a little bit disappointed at first, but then I thought about it, and you know, I've had seals go bad and gas bags go bad, mostly in dirt bikes. So this is a nice simple fork. So I kind of like it. I figure I can bash it and don't have to worry about the cold weather, the seals getting hard or getting old and, you know, blowing out and having, you know, maintenance issues. So it's a nice simple fork. It seems to work real well. It has some adjusters on the top for preload. Right here I marked them with a little highlighter so I can see where they're at, and the fork is labeled as leisurely cross country, so it's not a downhill fork, and leisurely cross country is about what I want to do. It has some decent cranks on it, you know, another Sun Tour crank and a 7-speed cassette on the back and a Shimano derailleur front and back. His Shimano quick shift. Right here is the actuator for up, and on the other side is the actuator for down. And it has a pretty decent seat. It's pretty comfortable. I put this rack on it, and the rack came from Dick's, and they ordered it for a customer who didn't want it, so they sold it to me for 10 bucks. So the rack is actually made for a standard brake setup on the back, and with the disc brakes you need a different type of mount on the back, but I found these little spacers right here, and I had to put 2 of them right here on this side at the hardware store, and it actually fits real good. There's plenty of clearance. The tire clearance is pretty good, and it has some Kenda tires on it. Kenda makes good tires. I've had them on a lot of ATVs. Good knobs, nice and soft compound, so they stick real well. And on top of this rack I put a soft bag to carry water and my cell phone and keys and stuff like that, so it works real well. I put a plastic bowl in it that I got from the dollar store, and to help it hold its shape, and I just screwed all the way through it, drilled holes and screwed through it and mounted it right to the rack. And I made this little reflector. Don't feel like getting hit. I put this cage on the front, this green water bottle cage. It didn't come with that. I put a nice lock on it. I like padlocks. They seem to work well. So that's a little review. There's a 3-speed sprockets on the front, 7 on the back, 21 speed. Another cable operated disc brake on the back. It seems to fit real well. It's real long, nice and big. And I did put some wider handlebars on it. I wanted some alloy bars. So there's not much choice on 1-inch alloy bars, so I had to upgrade to a 31.8mm bars, and that gave me a lot of options. But it's a nice setup. They're nice and wide. They're alloy. They're Truvative bars, and I had to buy this stem too. It's a Truvative stem. But I found the whole setup, the bars and the stem, for less than 50 bucks with free shipping online. So it works really well. So if you're thinking about a decent bike, this one was $3.99, and then I got like 50 bucks off. So no, it was $3.49 and I got 50 bucks off, so that dropped it to $2.99. So it's a good cheap bike. It's you know, not the best bike in the world, but it's not priced like, you know, some of the high-end stuff, which, you know, comparable ones start out at about $600. So it's a good all-around bike. It has some good enough components for me. So I'm glad. I ride it a lot, and it works really well. The brakes stop good. It fits me really well because it's a big frame. It's really light, and it's fun. So if you're thinking about one of these bikes, it's a pretty good deal. So thanks for watching. Bye.